Evening, what's going on, everybody? How you guys doing? It's been a few days since I've been on live. I'm back with another one with Zen Ray from Zen Ray Sports TV. And man, do we got some stuff to talk about. Tonight to this afternoon, the Knicks had their first Summer League game. I don't know if you guys were able to catch it and watch it, but it was one that I was very intrigued about. I'm excited. I hope you guys had a nice couple of days. I'm sorry I wasn't on. I had to take care of some family affairs. One of my sons graduated from the Marines. So salute to him for making it big out there. Very proud. And we're back at it, guys. Summer League today began for the Knicks, and the NBA as well was yesterday. Jericho Sims looked amazing. The Knicks draft picks looked amazing. This is your first time here. Give us a thumbs up for your boys. Let us know how we're doing. And if you like what you see, please don't forget to subscribe and tell all your friends. But Ray's doing his little intro right now. We're going to talk to him on what happened, what he saw from the Summer League, his impressions. Kemba Walker is now a Knick. I know I made a little video the last time before I left explaining that. I'm very excited for that. Julius Randle signed an extension, 4 years, $107 million. Great steal. Awesome. But let's check in with Zen Ray and see what he thinks. Give me 1 second.
What a pickup at 58 if he continues progressing the way he is.
And he's talking about exactly
issues with Mitchell Robinson.
Look at that.
To have this kid eventually take over the reins.
See,
it's the backup for
Noel,
because Noel's here for three more years. But I have
my partner
Juby here, so we discussed
already on the same page
about that. So Juby, we're ready for you.
What's up, my brother? How you doing? It's been a nice few days. How you been?
I think Tuesday was the last day we were on. I'm doing fine, and we were talking about our point guard. I know you broke it on your on
the channel.
Yeah, on your channel concerning Kemba Walker, and I was apologizing because I didn't break it because of my technical difficulties. But I'm back, and we got things running here, and impressive performance with Obi, which we expected him to do what he had to do.
We knew what we were getting from. We knew what we were gonna get from Obi Toppin, Emmanuel Quickly. Quickly didn't have a phenomenal game, but it's okay. We know what we're gonna get from our rookies, though. Super excited. I was listening into your little intro, Zen Ray. Me and you is like we were zenned in together today. Mitchell Robinson, my friend, you better bring your A game because right now you got some competition. It's looking really good.
Oh, Jericho Sims, I'd say 58. The Knicks saw something in him, and he's athletic. He's strong. If he gets some kind of offensive game at all, which he can shoot from the inside. He can dominate the paint, block shots, and just do what Mitchell Robinson does. Mitchell Robinson's still the better player here. Let's not get over our heads.
Oh, yeah.
Jericho Sims, if he develops the next 2 or 3 years, not only are we going to have the equivalence of Mitchell Robinson, but I think this kid is athletic enough once he gets his shot that I think he can be better than Mitchell. So I think if Mitchell Robinson not only straightens out, but if he doesn't accept the terms of a contract he's looking for next year, he just has to be reasonable with his people. If not, Jericho Sims, I can see him slipping right in.
Well, not only him, Jericho Sims was, that's the steal for us. That's our steal draft pick. You knew what you were gonna get from Grimes, and McBride looked good too. He did decent. I liked what I saw from McBride, from Grimes. Like I said, Obi Toppin. I knew what I was gonna get from Obi Toppin. That guy's a phenomenal player. Valdoza, I see a Pablo Pargioni 2.0. Well, I know it's just one game, but
yeah, he just finished playing in Spain. He just
can't go I think we need to send Luca Valdoza to the G League for the beginning of the season.
Listen, he just got here. He just arrived on a plane from Tokyo, 18-hour flight.
All right, so he's jet lagged. Listen, I'm jet lagged too. I think I could have done better numbers than Mr. Luca Valdoza. I don't know what the guy was doing. I saw him with the ball. Listen, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt. It's Summer League, guys. I'm not gonna give nobody a hard time, but I really like what I see from the young guys. Like my partner said here, I was taking a flight out from New York City. on Tuesday, or excuse me, Wednesday, and news broke that the Knicks signed Kemba Walker, so I had to do a little mini video. I apologize that I'm not able to go live yet because you have to have 1,000 followers in order to do a live stream from your mobile device. So if you guys want to help me with that, give a thumbs up for your boys. Don't forget to subscribe to my boy as well, Zenray, with Zenray Sports TV. And then we're able to go live from anywhere, any mobile device. But unfortunately, you have to have 1,000 followers for that to happen on YouTube. But yeah, I mean, I was excited with that pickup, Zenray. I know we haven't really spoke about it because I've been gone. I know a lot of New Yorkers and a lot of NBA fans are saying the injuries, the injuries, the injuries. But you got to understand something. In 43 games that he played limitedly last season, he still averaged 19 and 5. That's a plus. So if you can give me 43 games and Derrick Rose gives me 43 games, that's a full point guard right there. So
I think this is the game plan. You see that quickly is not the answer at point guard.
No, you saw it tonight. You saw it tonight.
Yeah, you can see, you breathe on the guy or you look at him the wrong way, he loses the ball.
Yeah.
McBride, though, he's a bulldog.
I like him.
Quarterback, and the guy attacks the rim. I saw what I saw. He had control of the ball. He knew what he was doing. I mean, it's his first game. This kid is the future. Mark my word. After the 2 years that what's left over on the contract of Rose and Kemba, I see this kid eventually taking over the reins. I like it. He only played like only 25 minutes today. And what he's shown in his 25 minutes, he takes control of the ball. He has a nice shot. He drives. He passes the ball as well. This kid has a lot of, work ahead of him. But I see this kid being a very special, talented future point guard for the Knicks.
He got that New York swag. Like I told you guys before, in order to play in this city, you have to have a certain swagger to you, a certain attitude. And I definitely see it in the players that we got, man. I'm loving it, loving it, loving it. Quincy Grimes looks really good. He didn't shoot the ball very well, but it's expected.
The whole Knicks team didn't shoot the ball. The Knicks shot like, I don't know what the point. They were the New York bricks. I mean, because they were shooting brick. I mean, quickly couldn't get. He was 0 for 8 at 3-point shot. Grimes got his first shot of the game. He got the 3-pointer. I thought that was going to get him going. But he shot only, I think, 2 or 3 for 8 at 3, and I think his percentage was really low. But the whole New York team overall, if the Knicks had half their shots in that they missed, the Knicks win this game. The Knicks lost this game by 10. It's because they didn't shoot the ball well. Obi didn't shoot the ball well, but he dominated the game, driving, rebounding. He got his 3-pointer shots. So later on, quickly was making a few shots at the end. It was a little too late. Grimes, I see him as a 3-point specialist guy eventually that's going to shoot the ball. And he's going to be fine. I mean, the Knicks made some good pickups, but the kid who really surprised me today was Jericho Sims.
Yeah.
Athletic, big. I love the whole thing, and I think the Knicks have their trio now with the pickup of Kemba, and Julius Randle, and of course your third wing is Fournier, which is, I know you criticize the contract a bit, but I think that contract, if you look at it and what they're getting in a player,
it was good. It was good. You know what? A Savage Player, what's up, my brother? Thank you for stopping in, man. I'm just doing a little live stream talking NBA sports right here with my co-host here. But I appreciate you stopping by, man, showing me some love, of course. But yeah, Ray, I listen, I didn't really have a time to look at the contract prior to me leaving. I had so many things going on. When I looked at it, it was about 19 million, 19 point something per season. And I saw that the fourth year was a team option. So they got him on a good deal. The guy is a playmaker. He creates his own shot. That is your starting shooting guard, ladies and gentlemen. I know that everybody's going to assume that it's R.J. Barrett, but they already spoke about that they're moving R.J. Barrett to the 3, and Fournier is going to be the 2 with Kemba Walker, Julius Randle, and to start the season is going to be Mitchell Robinson. But we'll see how that goes. But listen, that starting 5, man, and then that bench unit, the Knicks are deep. That's a scary, scary team. I don't care what anybody says. And let's not mention. Go ahead.
My only concern is Kemba's knees.
Well, Kemba's needs and Derrick Rose. But if you listen, if you play 20 minutes and 25 minutes, you rotate between those two every night, you'll be fine. Just don't overdo it with them and then run them to the ground, because then you're going to get what happened to Derrick Rose against the Hawks. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
I think Kemba is going to be fine. I think if you play him 25, I think the limit between Rose and Kemba, if you can switch them up here and there, which is great, between 25 and 30 minutes. You can't go over 30 minutes with these guys. Even
That's it.
You're pushing 30 minutes. But if you can keep these guys fresh for the playoffs, in the playoffs, then you have to push them 35 minutes at least.
And then you don't have to play both 30 minutes. You can play, let's say one night you play Derrick Rose 30, even though he doesn't start. The next game you play Walker 30, and you take turns with them. You alternate with those two guys. Let's not forget Alex Burke played point guard for us in the season and the playoffs as well. So we can have some help. And now we got McBride, and we signed Mr. New York, Julius Randle, who gave us the hometown discount. Salute to Julius Randle. We appreciate you, sir. That's what it's all about. Dirk Nowitzki's been doing it for years. I've been stressing that to my partner here for years, telling him we need players that will sit there and sacrifice their pockets to bring talent to the city. And obviously he sees that, and he has a good head on his shoulders.
You said it, hit it right on the head. And I don't know if you remember a few shows back, maybe about 5 to 7 shows back, maybe it could be 10 shows back. We spoke about it, and I said the only way the Knicks will sign him this year if he gave the Knicks a hometown discount.
You did
that because remember, he feels like he didn't come through in the playoffs with them, and he's willing to work hard and to make this team better. He's one of the leaders. Unfortunately, he is not the Batman, but he is a strong, strong Robin on this team. We just haven't found that Batman, and I hate to say that, but he's not Batman. He could right now. You have no choice of him being Batman. So he's the villain Batman. But once we get
he's the Val Kilmer of Batman. People don't like Val Kilmer and George Clooney, so we'll make him that Batman. We want Michael Keaton, or we want Ben Affleck. We want Ben Affleck Batman.
Well said. But listen, Julius Randle, it tells you he's going to be here for the long haul. He has the makeup. He has the attitude. He has that dog mentality. And there's no quitting this guy. I think him and Barrett next year. And remember, these guys are just going to get better.
Yeah.
Think about it. We had a Fournier. We had a Kemba Walker.
Yeah.
Think about the team. And if Mitchell Robinson comes back healthy, you're absolutely right, Juby. This team is a team to be reckoned with. And then that bench coming off with Quickly, Rose, and then you've got Noel as your center.
Toppin,
and Burks.
Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah.
A lot of people were talking to me about over this trip, telling me, "Oh, Chicago." Listen, guys, don't get gassed because they got DeRozan and they got Lonzo Ball. If you look at the rest of their team, the Knicks are still in good shape to battle for that 4th seed. And mark my words, I'm going to call it here today. Depending on if they stay healthy and how they gel together, they could be fighting for that from 3 to 6. I project them anywhere from 3 to 6. I don't see them going any lower than 6, and I can see them as going as high as 3. And I know you're going to say, well, Juby, how can you say they're going to be better than the Hawks? But as deep as their bench is, man.
It could happen. I mean, listen, it all depends, because I see Grimes playing some minutes. I don't see McBride playing as much. But he'll get some taste of playing. He'll get like Obi minutes, like
he'll get Obi. Yeah, exactly. You hit it on the ball.
Yeah, and I think Grimes will get more of what Quickly got last year. Those kind of minutes. But they're gonna have to share that now. But I think you're right. I think that the Knicks can between 3 and 6. That's reasonable. Remember, you have the Heat that's gotten much better. The Philly is still there.
I think we did enough moves. Honestly, if we're all healthy and because of our bench, and don't hate me, Philly fans, I think we can be better than Philly. I really do. If we stay healthy, that's key. Milwaukee and Brooklyn, those are 2 given teams that I will not sit there and say we're going to be better than them. But I think we can battle it between Philly, Miami, and Atlanta. I really do, man.
Yeah, I think we have no quit in us. I think we have we have the lion heart to get up there. So I agree with you. 3 and 6. I will go in one better. 3 and 5.
Yeah.
I see the Knicks. I think the Knicks are much. Would you say the Knicks are a better team than they were last year? I say they are.
I think they're better because they upgraded in by far in the point guard player position. They upgraded from Reggie Bullock, who was a 3-and-D, great defender, but really couldn't create his shot with Fournier. And
Fournier.
they got a great deep, like their bench is so deep. Remember last season, Ray? There was some games where Tom Thibodeau benched the starters because the bench was playing better as a unit. So now, if you have the starters who are projected to have these playmakers and help Julius Randle, and then you still got that core bench that did phenomenally last season and added pieces, man. Like I said, NBA, you guys, joke, and Max Kellerman was joking that Kemba Walker is not really. He thinks his knees are gonna get burnt out, and he doesn't know. But I'm telling you guys, if they stay healthy and they play their cards right and they come out with that same energy that they played last season, look out, we're gonna be a Cinderella season again.
To call them Cinderella, I think the NBA is already warned that we're here, and Julius Randle said it. New York, we're here.
We're
He said
here.
the reason because we don't have to worry about no other team. They have to worry about us because
That's right.
this team and Obi on that second unit. Now what he showed today. I mean, his shot was off a little bit today, but the whole Knicks team was shot off. But you saw the energy, the bounce, and the most important thing you saw today, he was talking to the team. He was the leader of the team.
That's right.
So this is good. I mean, imagine him with that vocal leadership. I can see him coming off the bench this year and averaging 15 points, 14 to 15 points, like quickly. If this unit between quickly and Toppings average between 10 and 15 points a game together, each game, that second unit is unstoppable, and that's where we can bounce up to the 3 spot because your bench is going to be producing. And that's because Nolan Noels is not a scorer. So the guys
and we don't need him to be a scorer. We just need him to be a rim protector, block shots, and just be there. That's it.
Right. And then you have Rose, the leadership in that second unit. And when Rose plays and quickly they play together, something about Opie Topping, he's just a different player. He has a bounce in his step. He has the confidence that he is the man in that second unit. That's the confidence he showed in that game today.
And I'm gonna throw a little wild card at you. Just imagine if Noel is not really doing up to par, and then you put Jericho Sims with Obi Toppin. The alley oops that are gonna be coming from Emmanuel Quickly and Derrick Rose. Ooh, exciting stuff. Exciting.
That's a combination. I see Jericho Sims playing sometime this year. I think he's gonna play a lot G League games.
Yeah,
I think Grimes may start off there as well, and I can see McBride. I can see those 3 players starting off in the G League and eventually coming in. It depends who beats out who. I think Valdoza. I think he still has a spot in the team. But you never know. You never know. I don't know. Valdoza has to show more than he showed today. Obviously, I give him a pass. I give a lot of Knicks pass today. That Wednesday night game. I hope you can do something live and kind of do a talk show through. I won't be able to do it, unfortunately.
that's right. That's right. My partner here schedule is a little bit modified right now. I forgot about that. Yeah, you know what? That's a good idea, man. I can probably do something like that. Give my take on it, and I wish I could stream it for you guys, but unfortunately, the NBA regulations and the streaming regulations doesn't allow me. But you guys are more than welcome to check it out, and if you guys want to follow box score and my take on the game, and I'll have it for you guys here, absolutely.
And if I can call in, I'll call in and give you my opinion on it, what's going on, and when I get home, I'll do a small little recap on the game. So with that, I tell you, the Knicks, Kemba Walker was the key. We kind of was kind of concerned on Tuesday when we were back last on about a point guard, but the Knicks knew what they're doing. They didn't want no part of Schroeder. Obviously.
Thank God.
They wanted no part of him. Who was left over? Schroeder, Hill, and who else?
Schroeder, Hill, and oh my God, I don't even.
Yeah.
And Mr. French Prince. I salute you, Mr. French Prince. Godspeed to you. Good luck with your NBA career. But you are no longer a New York Knick. And I feel for you because I was one of those guys who it was a love and hate relationship. Especially, I would make fun of the guy, and this guy stuck up for him so much. But listen, Frank, good luck to you, buddy. As long as you don't do it to us, I hope you have a good NBA career, and I hope somebody gives you some playing time because you're a very good person. You're very well spoken when I watch all your interviews and how you carry yourself. And I wish you all the best, man. Just it's not going to be in the orange and blue, unfortunately.
I feel the same way you do. I'm saddened because the guy is unemployed, man. Would have been
Yeah.
unemployed. I get a check. So the guy's unemployed. No one has picked him up yet. But I have a strange feeling.
Spurs. Spurs. Look out, Spurs.
Well, I have a strange feeling that he may crack the Knicks rotation and be the 11th, 12th man on the team.
Why would you even say that? That's like he won't even. What is he gonna do? Hand out Gatorade to Derrick Rose?
Come on, listen. The contract, they really cut him because the contract was too rich for them. For what he does, I couldn't. But if they bring him back, they still got some cap space. If they bring him back, they still got $4 million left. If they give him half of that, take $2 million, he can be that go-to defensive guy when you need him.
I'd rather give that $4 million to the medical team and make sure that they treat Derrick Rose and Kevin Walker a little bit better.
Another thing, I want to congratulate Alfred Payton for signing with the Phoenix
Suns. Yeah.
He shall win a championship. And you know something? Listen, us New Yorkers bashed the guy, and we blamed them. But remember, the Knicks won 41 games, and he was our starting point guard. So, yes, he wasn't the strongest suited point guard they've ever had. But, that's the thing about the Knicks fans. We're very strong on people, against players that don't produce the way we want them to produce.
That's
but
right.
I guarantee you also, and congratulations against Alfred Payton, man. You well deserved making the Phoenix Suns and possibly getting into a championship again. But I have a feeling the Knicks fans are going to find somebody else who's going to be the scapegoat. The question, Juby, who's going to be the next scapegoat this year? Who's going to be the bash? Who's going to be bash? We can't blame
Taj Gibson and Luka Valdoza. I'm ready.
Well, I think it's Valdoza or Kevin Knox. One of those two guys.
Oh, I forgot. Wow. You know what, man? I feel so. But that's somebody who I genuinely feel bad for is Kevin Knox. But, good. We'll see what happens. Who I'm excited for is my man, Mr. Number 7, who went over to LA, and now he has a chance to win a championship. So, Lakers, that's the team that won the offseason hands down. Every single player on their team feels like they're an all-star. So we'll see what happens.
They're covered. They're covered for the first 10. The first unit and the second unit. You talk about the Knicks second unit. Their second unit is stacked and experienced players. So I have to say, the Lakers have the best second unit in the NBA without a doubt. Without a doubt, that's a championship team. And if Brooklyn stays healthy, if they stay healthy, I can see a showdown next year, Lakers and Brooklyn. But unfortunately, these are the two teams that their stars break down very easily. So it could be another Milwaukee Bucks, Suns. The Heat is there as well, so we can't count them out. It's going to be an interesting season, and we can't count out our New York Knicks.
That's right. He took the words right out of my mouth. I was going to go at him and say, don't count out us. We there. We going to be there.
Yeah, we're going to be there. We're going to be there because Julius Randle said, we're here. So if the second unit, if you had to pick up, say, the second unit, if you had to pick a player in the second unit who's key, I'll give you two players you think are key components to our second unit to make it thrive. Who are those two players that you think in your mind?
Obi and Rose.
I agree. I picked the same exact players, Obi and Rose. And those are the two. Now, if you had to pick out of the three rookies that are going to be starting, I think, in the G League, who are the two rookies who are going to fill up that final two roster spot for the Knicks? They go 15 or 12.
I think Quentin Grimes is definitely going to be on the team. I don't think he's going to go to the G League. I think Valdoza will probably go to the G League, and I wouldn't be surprised. I hate to say this because I want to see what he got. I wouldn't be surprised if they also cut him or they do something with him. McBride, I think they're gonna hold on. I think he's gonna get. I hate to say, I think McBride might make the team before Sims, even though I think Sims should make it, just because they want to have a backup just in case Kemba Walker and Derrick Rose burn out, then they can have McBride there to help him out. So who knows?
I
That's what they get paid the money for.
I think that you're right. I think Grimes is the guy they're gonna he's gonna make it, but it all depends on summer league. It all help. It all training camp comes. It has a lot of factors. But the sleeper, McBride is a sleeper. But you have the point guard position is pretty much filled. But I think he would be the third backup point guard. But I think they'll go with experience. I think Valdoza will make that because of that, and I think he'll be that third stringer. And McBride is not too far behind. Watch out, Valdoza, because I can see Valdoza, unfortunately, Obi, and someone else being and Mitchell Robinson being in a package deal if we get that star we're looking for. I can see that happening.
And I think now they're not afraid to maybe trade Obi or Mitch in a package because what they're seeing from this guy Sims.
Right.
So
right. Sims, I'll kind of replace that a little bit, and the Grimes is there as well. It all depends what happens. I think the Knicks. This is the confidence I have in the Knicks kind of coaching staff, that that these players are going to be coached well. Not like in the past when you had Fizdale and the five
knuckleheads.
knuckleheads.
That's it.
That kind of, I never understood that. I'm not going to go back with that, but you're confident now that the Knicks coaching staff have players are going to teach the players, are going to push the players, and are going to make this team and the young players on this team much better. That's why we're producing as fast as we can. I mean, quickly and Obi toward the end, he started shining, and quicker to the whole year was a key factor coming off the bench.
That's right. Quickly, he can definitely be a Jamal Crawford of the NBA, Lou Williams, that kind of player, that six man. Listen, I know we didn't get Sexton. I know we were talking about Sexton for weeks. We wanted to trade somebody to get our starting point guard. I'm happy with the route we took because because we get to keep Obi Toppin and Emmanuel quickly. And let's not give up on them just yet. Let's see what this team can do. Let's see if Kemba Walker can keep his legs strong and sturdy. And doubt all the people who think that he's done. He has a lot to prove. I think he's going to come back with a vengeance this season. And I think we're going to see the old Kemba Walker of old. And that pick and roll with Julius Randle, watch out. That's going to be dynamic.
And I'm glad you brought Julius Randle. And that's the reason I'm glad you brought Julius Randle up. And that's the reason that basically I'm saying, I hate to say it, Obi is being showcased. And I think eventually he's part of a trade package, man. I see that happening. I don't see the Knicks. I can see the Knicks making a move that's going to make this team a championship caliber team. I mean, I'm thinking about Beal and still Lillard there. If we bring one of these players in here, it's.
But remember, Beal's a free agent next year, right. So you don't even need to offer any of these guys. I'm in your mindset right now. Let's just chill. Let's just develop. Let's let these guys run it this season with the team from last year, with the new additions, Fournier, Kemba Walker added, the rookies, and let's just run it. Because I honestly think now I would love to see a rematch of the Knicks and Hawks in the playoffs. If there's somebody watching out there, make it happen. Knicks and Hawks round 2, because I honestly think it'll be a different story.
I think so. I think you're right about that. That's a great point. You know why? Because we picked up our point guard. We were playing basically without a point guard. Derrick Rose was like the only guy, and we didn't
one-legged man. He was done.
And remember, we added Fournier. People don't realize how good this guy Fournier is. He's going to average between 15 and 20 points a game. That's not including what RJ Barrett is going to do, another 15 to 20. And then, Randall is not going to be scoring his 25, 30 points, but imagine him another 15, 20 points a game. Kemba, you have scores now on this team. You got players that can score, and then Mitchell Robinson, if he comes back healthy, this is a squad to be contending for something big, and their bench, we already spoke about that.
That's right.
So, big things for New York. And the reason I mentioned about Obi is because when you sign a contract that big, Obi is going to be here for so long. If something big comes back, I think the Knicks are still hunting for a big-time player, and I think that player is still Lillard. I think it's open. In fact, Lillard is not too happy. He made a statement that, he didn't say he wasn't happy, but he basically said, I expected the team organization to do more of what they done in this offseason. They didn't do anything,
They didn't do
basically.
any. They signed Powell, and that's basically it. Honestly, they didn't do anything. I mean, good luck to them. You know what I'm saying? Hey, Dame, do me a favor. Wait until February if you want to demand the trade, and tell them that you only come here if they trade you for Mitchell Robinson. You
Rock is
know,
a package, especially if Jericho Sims plays the way he's playing, and you say, well, he's definitely going to be dealt for something because his contract's coming up, and I don't think Tib likes Mitchell Robinson too much. I know I just get that feeling that he doesn't
I
like the way he goes about things.
me too. I have the same. There's a reason we signed Noel. There's a big reason why they gave him that money. Besides the fact that he was the second league defender, in blocks last season, but I don't think they have faith that Mitchell Robinson can keep it healthy. I think they're a little bit scared that he's Mr. Elastic Man or Marcus Camby 2.0. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. Nothing but positive stuff to say. You know what I mean? It's exciting. I'm excited. Game 2 is Wednesday, like you said. And you know what, Ray? I know you're busy a little bit this week because of work and everything. When you get a chance, why don't you make a Fournier little highlight mixtape for all our viewers out there who don't know who Fournier, because my brother is one of them. He called me and he asked me, who is Fournier? I never even heard of him. He looks like an NBA 2K created character. That's what he told me. So he asked me to ask you to make a little highlight, video, and yeah, man, showcase some highlights from that guy.
Oh, yeah. Also, my son Kevin said to you to say hello to you. He was saying he was watching, he's supporting our channels, and he was watching our stuff.
All right, thank you,
And
thank you,
my son,
Kevin.
tell Juby I said hello. I said sure, I will. I will pass my kind words to you. My son is a great man, and he's done
Absolutely.
a lot of great things in his life. So I'm real proud of him.
Well, he got a
And
good role model. Look at who his father is. So, hands the salute to you guys.
I don't take all the credit. He has done a great job as well. But Juba, anything you want to highlight tonight in terms of you want to talk about a little bit about quickly and his 15 points, but he missed a lot of shots today. He missed a lot.
He just played as what I expected, man. I mean, the kid is still young. He's gonna have some off nights. He just has to get a little bit more confident when he's dribbling with the ball. I feel that when he gets under pressure, he tends to get a little bit too overexcited or too nervous. But he's still a young kid. That's gonna come with more experience. And like I said, I see him as our sixth man moving forward. I really do not see him as a point guard. I think we kind of saw that he's gonna be the person that comes off the bench that gives us a spark, shoots threes. Yeah, that's your backup shooting guard, hands down.
Yeah, he's a shooting guard. So I see, Burks can play a lot of different positions. He
Yeah,
can play the point. He can play the shooting guard. He can play, the three if you had to. You can move him around a little bit. Quickly, he's kind of stuck in that one area. He's your shooting guard. That's what he does best. And we talk about 24 points for Obi Topping, like we mentioned before. I think he pulled on 8 rebounds. He had 1 block shot and a couple of steals.
he just looked really confident. He looked at you can tell that he's got some experience underneath his belt. Even the shots that he was missing, they weren't like shots that were ridiculously like inconsistent. Like I was like, oh, like last season I remember I was like, what are you doing? Why are you shooting that? But this season I felt, this game I felt a little more confident with him. Every shot that went up, I thought I had a good chance of going in, and that's what you want to see. You want to see when those shots go up. You want to say that was a good looking shot. He just missed it. And tonight, that's exactly what happened. As well as quickly, you're gonna have your nights where you're gonna be missing, and you're gonna be on fire.
Yeah, and Grimes only had 9 points and 4 rebounds. So it's
Well, how
another
much?
guy.
What did he shoot? He shot 4 for 8, right? Something like. He didn't have a bad.
Yeah, great from 3-pointer, and overall he shot I think like 35% from the field.
His
He
first
had a
game.
great game, but he had 4 rebounds. So it seems like in a short sample, I think he's gonna be a player. Remember, first game, McBride had 9 points, 5 rebounds, about 2 assists, 2 steals. So he's a kid, another kid that. But I just love his leadership on the floor, man. McBride and Grimes are the future for the Knicks. Obviously, McBride is that dog you talk about, and Grimes is that other dog. You always mention that, and I always think about that's what the needs that
Knicks
the Knicks
need.
need because that's what they're made of. That's their culture.
Yeah.
Think about the dogs back in the day when you had Mason,
Oakley. Yep.
Starks. They were dogs. You know what I'm saying? These kids.
Even Junkyard Dog that was only with us for 2 seasons. Gerald Williams, whatever his name, Buck Williams. I'm talking about old school guys. These guys, Chris Childs, Charlie Ward. These guys all had a certain swagger to them. They weren't like you didn't see a Ron Baker in the '90s come up to the guy. Hello, I'm here for you guys today. Where do I sign the contract? You want somebody that's gonna come in with that tough guy mentality and say, "This is our house." You want to take it down the middle lane. You're gonna have to go through everybody, and that's what we got, and that's what we wanted, and we here, like Julius Randle said.
How about LJ?
Oh, LJ, of course, Mr. LJ, of course.
Yeah, I mean, the guy who played with so much pain in his back, and he's still. I mean, listen, that's a special team, and this unit now that we have now, give him a few years, man. This is a team to be that we're gonna be saying, hey, the Knicks did a great job in moving forward and moving these pieces because the Knicks are not playing checkers no more; they're playing chess.
That's right.
The Don, Leon, the Don. You know, this is organization, and the whole team is just gelling together as one. Thibodeau is the key in moving these guys. Leon Rose is the president doing the right moves. The only thing I'm disappointed, I'm sorry, William West. I'm not gonna call him, the Wild West. What is it called? He's called the
Worldwide West.
Worldwide West.
Yeah, he's more like tri-state West. I think he's more like.
Yeah, I'm surprised he hasn't made. And probably he did make moves. And Leon Rose said, "Look, let's back off on it." But he you know what I'm saying? Look, we have to be patient. I think there's a move coming up, and I have a feeling that Lillard's time in Portland is soon to be forgotten. And I think February deadline, the way you mentioned, I think I can see the Knicks adding something, another player before the playoffs come and make that run for that championship.
I think you're right. I think February is going to be when Damian Lillard's going to say enough is enough. I want to go to New York. I'm done. And that's when they're going to hold us hostage. And they're going to say they want 3 number ones. They want Obi, Mitch, and Emmanuel quickly. And that's where we have to really put our heads together and pray. And think, because I honestly don't know what to say, guys. I like Damian Lillard's game. I think he's. Do I think he can get us to that next level, the level of Brooklyn and the Lakers that we're talking about? It all depends on what you give up for him. If you can keep a Julius Randle, a R.J. Barrett, a Fournier, Derrick Rose, and Kemba Walker still, and you can still get Damian Lillard, and get a. I think so. But if you give him the house and it's Carmelo Anthony 2.0, which Carmelo Anthony is one of my favorite players, then you're left with broken down Amari Stoudemire and a Raymond Felton. What the hell what do you expect to do?
Well, I think the only player they'll lose in that starting rotation will be Mitchell Robinson. And that's the whole thing. We have to keep him healthy because I don't think they're going to trade for a broken down Mitchell Robinson. This guy was come in and it's putting up points and it's kind of dominating. That's the Mitchell Robinson you'll trade with Obi and probably quickly Knox and probably 2 or 3 number 1 picks. And I think that'll solidify the deal. But you decimate your second unit because you lose quickly. But that's when Grimes have to come in, and that's when you have to Valdoza and McBride come in and
Sims.
And Sims come in and make this unit back to normal again. So I can see the Knicks doing that because remember, you got to play like that. You get another scorer on that team, and that's what the Knicks need, to have scores in that unit. That's going to be a pretty tight unit. I'll be honest with that.
Yeah. It's exciting stuff, man.
Yeah, so with that said, I don't know what else you want to speak about. I know Wednesday you're planning to do something.
Yeah.
I'll definitely do a Fournier, tape on his highlights. with his teams in the past, and that's going to take me a few days. I should have it by Wednesday and then get that up and running for you guys. So with that said, Juby, I want to make sure everybody is blessed by this grand universe that we're living in, and to have peace and love in one's heart, and to always feel that gratitude, helping others along the way. With that said, Juby, remember, we are always knowing that the best is yet to come. Thank you, Juby. We'll be talking soon. Love you, buddy.
All right,
And
brother.
we'll be back, and we'll be talking soon.
All right,
So our
brother.
next show you've got made for us, we'll do probably on. We can do it Wednesday before their next game. We're going to do it Wednesday.
Yeah, we can do Wednesday. Why not? Let's do it.
Yeah, we'll do Wednesday. Wednesday at 11:30 noon around that time, Ju.
Sounds good.
God bless, Juby. Take
All
care of
right.
yourself. Zen Ray out.
Have a good
Peace.
night, brother. Later.
Good night.
All right, guys. That was Zen Ray with Zen Ray Sports TV. His link is in my bio, in my description. You guys can give him a follow, show some love. Appreciate you guys coming out tonight. Good first summer league game. A lot of stuff to talk about. Jericho Sims, McBride, Grimes. Knicks lost this one, but they were in it too. They were in it for a little while. But the yet, like he says, the yet is best. The best is yet to come. Excuse me. And obviously, it's gonna be exciting stuff, man. Hope you guys have a good night. Enjoy the next couple of days. We'll be back at it again on Wednesday, unless something else comes out. And I'll bring it to you here live on Straight Talk, New York Sports with family above everything. As always, guys, be safe and have a good night and peace out.
Fatherhood, it's parenthood shit. Humble. I'm digging into this, honestly knowing it's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy, that's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my son and my daughter, never could fail as a father. Been new to the times will be hard, believe me, of that I'm not bothered. Humbly in love with it all, just trust when I say that I got him. Speak from the heart, the story we'll see if you come from the bottom. Digging into it, knowing I barely get through it. Takes all you got to be a man, just gotta level the usage. Make sure you don't have too little, and also don't overuse it. It's like my Libra scale, all it took was a balance of movement. As for my kids, I will prove it. There's nothing else I can do but to make sure every single footstep that I take is for you. While putting your best foot forward, I'll show you how to move and how to keep a strong knee that's really buckling through. Let's take them through with the levels of evolution. How ladies can never prove it and fellas just never do it. But hold it tight while you down and then tiptoe in silent movement. Make sure no one that don't need to know never know how you move. Aside my kids, I will always grow. There's something I'll forever show. Epiphany hitting stronger than bullets you letting go. And regardless, I made it right. How I did it, you'll never know. Back and forth for all of my bullshit, I had to make something blow. Just let them know I'm digging into this, honestly knowing it's more than what I could see. Can't predict what's my future holding, my past far behind me. I know that life can get grimy, that's why I'll never look back, cause I already know what's behind me. Dear humble Lord, please come find me. Yes, I go hard for my